Wow, wow, and wow. That finale was awesome. We had Boba riding a Rancor, Black Chrysanthemum fighting off hordes of Trandoshans, Grogu putting a Rancor to sleep, Din Djarin wielding the Darksaber, and more. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. The episode begins with Boba surveying the wreckage of Madame Garsa's sanctuary after the Pikes' bombing attack. He decides to retreat to the palace and wait for the Pikes to attack. However, the Mod Gang insists that they are going to stay in the city and protect the people of Mos Espa.
Hide in your fortress, go ahead. We're staying. The people who live here need our protection.
We'll stay.
This is another example of Boba's plan to rule with respect. Instead of hiding in the palace like all of his predecessors, he will stand and fight and die if necessary right next to the people. However, at the same time, it ends up causing a lot of damage to the city by having the battle there, so I'm not sure if it really was the best choice. Cad Bane was not responsible for the Tuscans' death, but the Pike Syndicate was.
Yes, we destroyed them ourselves.
Because the Tuscans and the Speeder Gang were both charging them money, they decided to eliminate the Tuscans, make it look like the Speeder Gang did it, so that Boba would eliminate the Speeder Bikers and the Pikes wouldn't have to pay anyone tribute money. Just like I predicted in an earlier video, Grogu chose the armor. Now, when Luke's X-Wing approached, I was really hoping that Luke would be in it. However, it was just Grogu and R2 was flying the ship. Boba had surveillance over the entire town. However, Cad Bane still manages to sneak up on him and challenges him to a duel.
Let's do this. Right here. Right now.
However, Fennec wisely advises Boba not to engage and to wait for a better opportunity.
I can take him.
You're emotional.
I can take him.
We need to adjust. You'll have your moment.
I admit, I was really disappointed and annoyed because I wanted it then. But actually, Fennec's advice was very wise, and I have to say the payoff was great. Then the townspeople turned on Boba and his team. I think we all knew that when they agreed to remain neutral, they were lying. The mods are pinned down, Chrysanthemum is overrun by a horde of Trandoshans, and the two Gamorrean guards are knocked off a cliff. Boba asks if Din is going to leave.
It's against the creed. I gave you my word. I'm with you until we both fall.
You really buy into that bantha fodder?
I do.
Good.
Even though Boba calls the Creed Bantha Father, he really does believe in it, because in The Mandalorian Season 2, Boba pledges to protect Grogu until he gets his armor back. However, when Grogu is captured by the Empire, Boba makes good on his promise and helps Din to recover the child. Din hasn't forgotten what Boba did, and now he intends to return the favor. Boba sends out the bumbling and ostentatious Majordomo to distract the Pikes, and then we get one of the best scenes of the whole series. And then the reinforcements from Freetown arrived.
The people of Freetown.
Then the droidicas on steroids showed up. They've appeared in Legends a few times, and they're called Scorpionic droids. While trying to escape the droids, Din runs into Pili Motto and Grogu. Notice how Grogu jumps into Mando's arms when they're reunited? All that practice with Luke has really paid off. After his reunion with Din, Grogu appears to be trying to make the droid go faster. However, he inadvertently chokes it and kills it. I can already see him causing problems in the future when he tries to use the Force to help and instead does it wrong and actually hurts them. Also, I think Pili just lost a tooth. Then we hear footsteps and roaring, and Boba arrives on his Rancor. Now, don't get me wrong, this scene was an awesome climax. However, I feel it could have been even better if we had seen Boba training with the Rancor, getting thrown off, struggling to ride it. Having him just magically riding it, it feels a little bit too easy. The Rancor Keeper said that it would take a lot of discipline to learn how to ride the Rancor. My only guess is that during those episodes that focused on the Mandalorian, Boba was learning how to ride the Rancor. That Rancor gets shot by the heavy guns on the Scorpion. While we're talking about taking shots, Black Chrysanthemum got shot several times and kept going, even after fighting off the horde of Trandoshan. This guy's literally a beast. Din attempts to fight off the droid with the Darksaber. However, he's unsuccessful. And as he's about to be smashed, Grogu walks out in the street and uses the Force to pull out one of the joints from its leg, crippling the droid. Finally, we get Bane versus Boba, and it's the best climax for this series I could imagine. While I'd love to play the whole clip, I'm going to shorten it a little bit. Bane scares off the Rancor with his flamethrower. Boba is left on his own 2 feet, and he stands up to face off against Bane.
I'm still faster than you.
It may be, but I have armor.
Yeah, you got armor. It's called plot armor. I mean Beskar. Yeah, Beskar. Right? Yeah, Beskar. Bane shoots first, but Boba refuses to give up.
It's my city!
As Bane was approaching, I noticed that Boba had his Gaffi stick, which he does not have earlier in the episode. Apparently, when he went to get his Rancor, he grabbed his Gaffi stick as well. I was sitting on the edge of my seat as Bane approached, and part of me thought that maybe Fennec would shoot him from a sniper position. However, what actually happened was so much better.
Consider this my final lesson. Look out for yourself. Anything else is weakness.
I was literally on my feet cheering.
I knew you were a killer.
Now, there's some serious symbolism in this fight between Bane and Boba. It starts out, Boba is a daimyo, riding his Rancor in power, but Bane quickly defeats him, and he's left on his own 2 feet as bounty hunter Fett. But Bane defeats him again, and he's left on his back, helpless. It's ironic that the thing that Bane mocks Boba for is the same thing that saves Boba's life. Boba doesn't defeat Bane as a daimyo, as a bounty hunter. He defeats him as a Tusken. Remember, you can only get so far without a tribe. Now here's something I noticed the second time I watched it. Boba is holding his Gaffi stick with the spear pointing one way. However, when the shot changes, it's pointing a different way, and then it switches back, and then it's in his other hand. Apparently they took multiple takes and they stitched them together to make the final shot. Now, Bane's body has a blinking light and a slight beeping sound. Does this mean that Bane will somehow return someday? I hope not, because his death is a turning point for Boba, and I don't want that to change. Mando tries to rein in the loose Rancor, but that doesn't end well. Then Grogu steps forward again to save Mando's life, and he connects with the Rancor through the Force, putting it to sleep. How many times has Grogu saved Din's life now? Is anyone keeping count? Seeing Grogu connect with the Rancor reminded me of Ezra Bridger, who's also skilled at connecting with animals. Perhaps, with Din's connection to Ahsoka, Ahsoka's connection to Sabine, and Sabine's connection to Ezra, eventually, maybe Ezra and Grogu could meet. I'm sure Ezra would have a lot he could teach Grogu. Also, we are reminded why Fennec Shand is known as a master assassin. The episode closes with the people of Tatooine living happily and rebuilding after the war. The people all respect and admire Boba, and they're all bowing to him as he walks by. At last, Tatooine shall have peace. However, Boba is not content. He says,
We are not suited for this.
If not us, then who?
perhaps he is destined for something greater, such as ruling Mandalore? The episode ends with Din and Grogu in Din's new Naboo fighter. Grogu keeps tapping on the glass until finally Din gives in.
All right. But this is the last time.
Grogu's got a serious need for speed. A new version of Boba's theme is played during the credits, with the singers chanting his name. What did you think of the finale? Did you love it, or was it a disappointment? In fact, what did you think about the show as a whole, now that it's finished? I loved it, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching my videos about the Book of Boba Fett. Now that it's over, I won't be posting as many videos. However, I'll still be trying to post every Thursday. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video. And when the next Disney Plus show comes out, come back to my channel because I'll be doing plenty of videos about it every week. Thanks for watching. I'm Site Huber. Have a great day and God bless.